Good morning. This is Keloland on the go. With all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day.
A Sioux Falls woman is facing multiple charges after hitting a Lincoln County Sheriff's deputy with a car.
Take a look at the scene. According to the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office, just after 6:30 Saturday night, officials were called to the Lake Alvin boat ramp to investigate a DUI. When authorities stopped the car, the driver refused to get out and then tried to drive away.
While doing so, the 46-year-old driver hit the deputy and the patrol car before speeding off. A few miles south of Lake Alvin, the driver lost control and crashed and now has serious injuries. Officials say the deputy hit also suffered injuries and went to the hospital.
The woman driving the car now faces 2 counts of aggravated assault on law enforcement and possession of marijuana.
We have new details on the motorcycle crash that happened at 16th and Kiwanis Saturday afternoon.
According to the Sioux Falls Police Department, a 25-year-old driver has died of his injuries. Police say he lost control of his Harley that jumped a curb and crashed.
Reports note he was not wearing a helmet, as investigators say speed does not appear to be a factor in the crash.
A Watertown family that fled the war in Ukraine learned they can stay in the U.S. for 2 more years.
At one point, Valery and Ilona Biliazi and their children were told they needed to leave the country by mid-August. But the Biliazis recently found out their time in South Dakota has been extended.
The family sponsors say they hope more Ukrainian families across the country are able to stay as long as they need.
Our hope is that the rest of the Ukrainians in this country would be allowed an opportunity for TPS, the temporary protection. That would be really, really good for a lot of the other Ukrainians to allow them to stay as well.
A combination of community members, politicians, church members, and more fought for the Biliazis to stay.
Well, now let's get a check on today's weather with meteorologist Scott Munt. Good morning, Scott.
Well, good morning, everybody. We followed some showers and thunderstorms during the overnight hours into early this morning across eastern Keloland. Now we can expect a decrease in cloud cover, bringing some sunshine and warm air. Temperatures in the 80s and 90s this afternoon. We'll watch western and central South Dakota for redeveloping thunderstorms late this afternoon and for this evening. And Brian will have more details on your forecast coming up.
Thank you, Scott. He's a member of the South Dakota Hall of Fame and has touched the lives of nearly every ag producer in the state. Jim Wooster, who worked for the stockyards for over 30 years, also did the daily markets for Keloland TV.
Now Wooster is being awarded the SDSU Presidential Medallion Award, equivalent to the Lifetime Achievement Award.
No, this is far beyond something you ever dream about. It really, truly is.
The president of SDSU calls Wooster the ultimate South Dakota State alum.
He'll receive his presidential medallion during the Beef Bowl, which is September 13th, and he helped start the event.
Teachers are getting ready to welcome students back to class. Teachers at Sonia Sotomayor in Sioux Falls come from 15 different countries. Their elementary school students will be immersing themselves in Spanish language and culture in the year ahead.
Every year is so different, because kids, every brain is different, every brain is creative. And something that it makes me very excited is to know each other and how their ideas, how much they have grown up to.
Sonia Sotomayor will be hosting a back-to-school open house tomorrow.
Remedy Brewing Company in Sioux Falls turned into a dog lover's paradise on Saturday.
People got to meet adoptable dogs as well as spend time at a petting zoo as part of the annual fundraiser for Dakota Dachshund Rescue called Woofstock.
We have donation jars on all the X-Pens where the dogs are. We've got some raffles. We've got merchandise for sale also over in the vendor end area. All the monies that we raise today go toward our medical fund.
There was also a Lego building competition at Remedy's Pickleball Pub.
That's a look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get another check of your weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Brian?
All right, watching that weather today, looks like a few more thunderstorms could fire in western South Dakota this afternoon. Some severe weather is possible, so it is a slight risk on that. Also, another story we're following today, of course, the rain totals from overnight. Sioux Falls Airport, 1.5 inches or a little more than that. Some parts of eastern Sioux Falls had over 2 inches of rain, but the amounts vary. So again, check for updates at keloland.com on that subject. Here we go. Let's take a look at Futurecast. forecast, and we pick up those upper 80s and some 90s out there this afternoon for, I would say, central and western South Dakota. It's definitely going to heat up. It is a little drier heat in Rapid City once again, but those thunderstorm cells, there's not many of them, but right in here around Phillip and Kadoka, back to maybe Vivian. We'll see if any of that flares up with some local hail that could flare up with that. Then for the overnight, we're looking at temperatures falling back into the 60s. And tomorrow, we're going to be back on track for highs in the 80s. Sioux Falls area, mid-80s likely. But Chamberlain and Pierre, 90-degree weather. And it is going to be a hot midweek forecast for central and western South Dakota. We can't skip ahead to the cool down just yet. There's a sample of Wednesday afternoon. East River, it is cooler. In fact, even into southwest Minnesota, quite a substantial difference. But if you're watching us in the west and central, got a lot of 90s ahead this week. Thunderstorms may return Thursday night into early Friday. That would be some thinking here on that in northeast South Dakota, and then descending into the southeast as we round out the nighttime hours into Friday morning. So highs today, we're up to 90 Mitchell, 90 degrees in Pierre, 88 in Rapid City. Here's your 7-day forecast, low to mid 80s through the middle part of the week. And then by the weekend, we're in the 70s. It's going to feel nice, refreshingly cooler. That's going to be the theme, too, for Aberdeen and the Northeast as well. I think that thunderstorm chance Thursday night, early Friday, that affects you as well. So we'll kind of hang our hats on that as probably the best shot at more rain for the week. But we've been pretty wet lately, haven't we? So a little drying is good. We've got 90s in central South Dakota. We're definitely heating back up with 93 Wednesday, 97 on Thursday ahead of that front. And then the effects of that will drop us into the 80s at least. Maybe 70s. We'll see how this trend keeps going here day 6 and 7, even for the Black Hills. Check out more information online at KELOLAND.com.